right, everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 698 on this beautiful Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. That's right. We bring the techniques. You bring the tacos. That's how we do it. Some of y'all call it taco-neeks. It doesn't matter. My name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the boards over here, answers all your phone calls, questions, voicemails, texts. But you're not here for all the things I can answer. You're here for Brandi, because that's the one you want the answers from, because she's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and that Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice. And tonight, my friends, is what we call the Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. What does that mean? What's that mean?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that mean? That means we're going to show you those skills that pays the bills. Brandi's going to show you those techniques. It is the techniques you want to take into those exams. We apply them to securities, but if you've been on our workshops, we show you how to apply it to like life, MLO. We've had passers that pass life, MLO. Shoot, we've had passers pass things we don't even teach, like, the Series 52. I think we had a Series 7, Series 66. Guys, we've even had a plumber. We had an electrician. We've had tattoo artists. We've had like all... what was it? Nursing.
Yeah, medical assistant.
Medical assistant. These techniques work on all types of exams. It's multiple choice exam, techniques and strategies that we're teaching here that are the way we teach not only just our content, but just how to pass an exam. Look, y'all, when you're going for these exams, especially the SIE, the 663, 26, 65, all those, it doesn't matter what firm you're in. You're going to learn and what you need to learn to pass the exam, because once you're in the field, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it is.
Most of the stuff you learn in your books for all these licenses, you don't even use, because every firm has their own way of doing things that are within compliance, of course, but it's not what you think.
Exactly.
So just learn what you got to do to get these licenses, and then you'll be trained, and then you'll learn about the compliance part of it and all that good stuff. So the message that I want to say is just pass an exam.
Just pass.
Just focus on the pass.
Just pass.
Stop worrying about all the inner workings of all of it and just learn how to pass an exam.
Yes.
Can we all do that?
Yes, I want to.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we're here. We're all the way from Alaska, Hawaii, East Coast, West Coast, Central Coast, as Brandi likes to call it, all over, and even across the seas. Thank you for all the armed servicemen and women that are serving, that are watching our videos overseas, working on getting their securities license, working on their way out of the service and having something to fall back on. I was looking at where our videos are being played right now. It is crazy. All over the United States and all over the world. So we welcome all of you and thank you for being here and making the choice to be a part of this. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is our Studying Brew. This is a 30 minutes. It's a study hall with people that know what's going on. You ever been to a study hall where it seems like nobody knows what's going on, or it's super boring? Well, this ain't it. We're going to teach you some stuff. Plus, it's just a sample of what we do in our membership. If you didn't know what we had in our membership, it's okay. We got the information for that, but do we have a free stuff? And this free thing is like our sample. It is what we do Monday through Thursday for about a good 35 minutes, maybe 40. Depends on what goes on. We also have passers talk, let you listen to how they pass. That's not just me talking or Brandi talking about what we do, but we also have our own membership stuff where we do go over content, where we do go through all the material that FINRA and NASA want you to learn for all these different exams. In specific terms. And we also teach those techniques as well in the live sessions that we do during the Monday through Friday. But our course material is always on demand. So it doesn't matter where you are in the country, anywhere in the world, you'll be able to watch that and get your course learning on. Plus, you can watch the live sessions on the replays. So if you're not able to attend, because maybe it's in West Coast time and maybe you're in Hawaii and it starts at like 5 a.m. on some of those, it's a little early, right? Or maybe you're on the East Coast and some of that stuff, like now is 1 a.m. on the East Coast, and we still have people that tune in on the East Coast, like Tim. He's here all the way out in Ohio that still come out. But there's people that choose to do that because it's part of their routine. It's part of the thing they do. It's because they are ending the night with us and they already studied, so now they're getting their study on again, or making sure they stay in the routine, because consistency builds up. And guess what? That's how you achieve a goal. Consistency. You want to learn how to do something consistent. and then constant routine will come in when you have that consistent. And that's how you get the passiveness. You agree, Brandi?
I absolutely 100% agree.
Good. We have our study guides available, SIE 6, 63, 26, 63, and 26 available. And look at that. We even got somebody from Massachusetts.
Welcome.
Welcome, Massachusetts. We were in Massachusetts not that long ago.
Yeah, we were, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
Doing the Boston Tea Party and all.
That is right.
All right. Orientation replay explains everything that we got. We have that orientation explains all the paid, all the free, all that good stuff. And by the way, if you're on the East Coast, you can always grab replays. The best way to do it is grab it on our Discord, that Kona community right there. You join up, get on that Discord. You have to hit the special link that we have right there in that link tree. Scan the QR code to join, and you can see the library of studying brews we have. Not only that, but you can get questions answered. You can ask questions. You can answer questions for people. It is a great study tool and learning tool because you can get yourself connected with a bunch of people who are studying, including Brandi. She can help you out over there. If you want to communicate with Brandi, your professor, that's where you do it at. Everywhere else, if you want to know more information, contact 866-HEY-KONA or 866-439-5662. That is me. And I will give you some of those answers if you have anything about joining our program, all that great stuff, more information. And plus, we also have a Telegram you can get on as well. That Telegram is just about reminders. I post passers, stuff like that, just basic stuff. But I would definitely join that Discord. That's where it's at. That's the Kona community. And tomorrow we're going to go over questions that was dropped over there in the Discord because Brandi wants to answer those questions for you all live. So if people have questions or something that they're really having a hard time understanding, Brandi's going to break that down tomorrow night. So you definitely want to be on that. Scan that QR code once again and hit the links in the chat. All right, we got a quick reminder for tomorrow. That's right.
I know, guys.
Live sessions and small group sessions for our members is canceled. Oh, man. Well, it's a good thing we have a whole library of 1,000 hours worth of stuff for each one of those exams that you can just go watch and get into. If you're on the Discord, take advantage of that members library. It's your time to get caught up. Watch some of those key ones that, you maybe have missed or didn't see yet, and watch that.
Yes.
But we're going to be canceled because they're running the electrical in our area. Because if you're out of state, you've heard by now that California's got a wildfire issue.
And it rains a lot this season.
Yeah, so there's a lot of kindling in the hills. So they get ahead of it. The power company around here is redoing all the power poles and everything, so that way if the wind blows, we don't catch fire, y'all. So that's what they're doing tomorrow, and they're going to adjust some of that stuff. So we're kind of shut down for tomorrow, but we'll be back for the Studying Brew in the evening because they'll have the power restored by then.
Yes.
So we'll be back for the Studying Brew tomorrow night for that Kona Discord, right?
Yes, we will be.
All right.
I can't wait.
Yay! All right. Anything else, Brandi?
No.
Okay. Wow. Come on, you put the slides together.
I know I didn't know that was it.
All right, cool. All right, let's get to it. Kona Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. That's what it's all about. Tonight, I'm just getting to the program. Short and sweet, right? Right to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's spend some time. Spend some time in these questions.
Yeah, let's do it. So we have rules to Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask what exam did that question come from. Brandi's going to put some questions up on the screen, and she's going to start answering these things. Answer first.
That's right.
Because that's how we do in Kona. We look at the answers first, because you'd be surprised how often you can just get the question right by just looking at the answers. Plus, when you read the question, you read it with intent. If you've never tried that out before, you might want to, because it will help you zero in exactly where you need to go with those questions. It'll help you stop reading over and over and over and getting lost. So, but you don't need to ask where those exam questions come from or what exam did it come from, because you know why?
Wow.
It doesn't matter. It's universal. Don't get caught up in the challenge. Just look at the techniques. Look at how she's doing it. Write down what she's doing. Is she noticing patterns? Is she looking at certain things that you never even thought of looking at? Take note of all that. And then it brings me to rule number 2, which is, once we're done here, disconnect here, go get yourself a quiz. Do a 10-question flash quiz, 10 questions, 10 minutes, 1 minute of thought, just all technique. Drill it out so that way you too can start learning that stuff. Because if you want to learn something, what's the best way? Practice. Implementing. And then you got to make sure that you do this on the real exam, but it's not going to happen if you don't put the work in. So try some of these things out as soon as you're done here, and let's go. Oh, one of the things that people ask all the time.
Yeah.
Where do I take those 10 questions? Whatever Q bank you're using. If you're studying whatever exam you're in, wherever you're at and you're studying, it doesn't matter, unit, function, area, whatever they call it, doesn't matter. Just 10 questions wherever you're at. If you're studying life exam, do a 10 questions quiz and whatever that is.
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, you guys can even find 10 question drills. You can even have Chat GPT do it for you.
You can.
Just saying. All right, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did something a little different in some of these answers.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see that I did something a little different because there's some things that I just want you guys to pay attention to. Okay. So in this question, though, we have owner, we have a holder, we have long party, we have writer. So one of the things that I noticed when I was looking at this answer is that if I bought a book, if I bought a book, that means I own the book, which means I'm holding the book, but that doesn't mean that I wrote it. If I bought it, I probably didn't write it.
Are you partying with it too?
I'll get there. But you guys, you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Owner and holding is probably almost the same thing.
This is the same. But if I'm a writer, I didn't buy it.
And the virtue of being the same, that almost eliminates them.
Exactly. So that's opposite of A and D. And long party, this is something that you definitely do need to know in securities world. But when we look at the answer, when we look at the question, it's not even going to matter to you.
All right, let's go.
Opposite of A and D. I mean, B, sorry. There we go. I made that a B. All right.
Sure you did.
The buyer of an option contract can be known as all of the following except the one that's opposite of A and D. I mean, A and B.
Right. If you're buying it, you didn't write it, because if you had wrote it, why are you buying it?
Yes, guys. It doesn't matter that we were talking about an option contract. If I buy something, I didn't write it.
Right. You think Stephen King runs out to go buy his own book? No, I wrote it.
Only just to pump up those numbers.
I guess so, if he needs to.
But does that make sense? If I buy it, I'm not writing.
There you go.
It doesn't matter. All right. See what I did here? I literally crossed off some words in the answers because I want you guys to focus. Okay. Call or write. That's usually to request something. I need to call or write something. Request, apply. See, call or write, request, apply. Now I look at apply and I'm like, dang, is that like
applying for a job?
Like applying for a job, right? This means I have I look at this and say need to qualify.
Yeah.
Like, because again, like Andy said, applying for a job, right? So let's look at the question. And the question says, to obtain a statement of additional information regarding a particular fund, the investor can do all of the following except. So if I want to obtain information, do I need to apply to obtain information?
No.
Do you guys see that? And look at, we didn't even need to know that. Do you guys see that?
Do you see? You didn't even have all the answers. See, what we tell you guys is it's the key words. That's what when we say key words. Those were the key words.
Mm-hmm.
The key word there was apply.
Right.
That's your accept right there.
Exactly. Right. So obtain information, accept, apply. Boom. All right. This tonight was fun, by the way, pulling these questions.
I see that.
All right. So I got below par. So that's an arrow down. I got par. And it's only one word. But par means equal. Like if you guys have ever played mini golf or golf.
Oh, yeah.
So par just means you're on par.
East Coast, they call it putt-putt, just so you know.
Love that. Putt-putt.
Yeah, East Coast, they call it putt-putt.
It's a better name for it than mini golf.
Just saying.
Anyways.
It was a shocker when I went to the East Coast. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Exactly.
It's right up there with pop.
See, a discount, we all know what a discount is. That's less, right?
Yeah.
And then premium. means up.
That's premium. That's prime.
That you're paying a lot for
Top
that
cut.
premium, right? So these two are the same. And again, this one's opposite. Now, some might say, well, isn't par the opposite of same? I mean, below? No, guys, because there's up and there's down. That's opposite of each other. The same is like 0. It's in the middle. No big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't move. It's mid.
So if I was going to take a wild guess here, I'm going with premium. Ready?
Yeah.
Shelby Bogdan,
Uh-huh.
your client, purchased a 6% corporate bond with a current yield of 5%. That bond was purchased at what? I don't know, but I'm going based on the technique.
I didn't even know that. Wait, there was. Brandi, I like what? Math. What? What happened?
There's too many numbers.
Look at that. Guys, this is the short way around the track. This is how you do not get confused. Yeah, you could pull out the seesaw if you want to, like, confirm. Sure.
Yeah.
You want to.
Yeah.
But look at what it's saying there. It's easy. It's plain as day.
Yes.
Especially when you have the techniques in your corner.
Yes. It's all about the technique. All right. The account will be frozen for 90 days. The account will be frozen for 10 days. Cash or margin securities must. Only closing transaction can.
Oh, I see you erased a lot of the answer there.
I did, because again, didn't need to know the rest of that stuff. So today what I did, guys, is I went a little further than I normally do. And I really wanted to show you guys what I saw, like how I do this, like legit how I do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely somebody put it in the chat. Must, only, never, and always.
Right.
That Mona, she's usually not true. She's usually lying to you.
Liar.
Sorry, Mona. Right? So it's usually not true. So I could probably cross off C and D. Plus, look at, aren't these again opposite of each other? Now, if we're talking about freezing accounts, right? And we're talking securities world.
Yes.
Is this freezing an account for 10 days, does that really hurt versus 90 days?
No, 10 days ain't no big thing. What are we in high school? You just restricting me for 10 days?
Exactly. So you would think that in securities worlds that a penalty is probably going to be pretty strict.
Well, especially if you're freezing an account, that's pretty extreme.
Right.
You're literally blocking all money going in, out, and any transactions. That's not a 10-day thing.
Dude, the paperwork alone probably takes 10 days.
Exactly. They're not going to do something that takes 10 days to fill out the paperwork, the same amount of time for the penalty.
Right?
Just common sense, right?
So I'm going with A too. I like A. A customer has been found in violation of free riding. Brandi, I don't know what free riding is. Doesn't matter.
Who cares? Answer's A.
Right? As a penalty, guys, look at that. Now, here's all the other words that you guys didn't see.
What? Yeah.
What? Guys, I can guarantee you that if you guys would have saw this, whether this is your own quiz or this is on the exam, or I let you guys see all of this, most of you would have picked C because ain't no way you're reading this thing.
Panic. Automatically messaging Brandi. I don't know. It's so confusing. I don't get it.
Yes. And guys, I don't know if I could like say it any clearer. I am being legit real with you. The only questions I skipped today were questions that had 1, 2, 3, 4s in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And you don't see that on the SIE.
You don't see it on the SIE anymore.
I know they might quiz you in Kaplan on that kind of stuff, but it's actually not on the exam.
All right. Look at, here's another one. And this time I really showed you guys that I like
really just blinded them.
Covered everything.
I like it because we got some smarty pants in the audience that love to just give the answer before seeing it and they don't do the technique. This is really forcing it.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
It's pretty fun, huh? So I have authority. Now that paints a picture in your head already. The authority, right? That's South Park.
Yep.
Options, clearings. Sounds like you're probably going to clear option trades.
Yeah.
An exchange means, I'm going to cover that. Exchange means that there is an exchange happening, right? And then the bank, that's money, right? Okay. So the question says, while the Municipal Securities Rule Board, and by the way, Kaplan, the actual name of this, if you go onto their website, is Rulemaking Board. Thank you. Writes the rules.
Why is that important? We'll find out right now.
Exactly. While the Municipal Securities Rulemaking Board writes the rules and regulations regarding underwriting and trading for municipal securities, it does not enforce those rules. Who does? Would it be the bank? No.
No.
Would it be an exchange?
No.
No. Oops, I just cleared everything. Would it be options?
No.
How about the one that actually has the word authority in their answer?
That would be the actual one.
Boom.
It's FINRA?
It's FINRA.
Look at that. All is revealed.
Look at that, guys.
Do you see what we mean by keywords? Do you understand when we say keywords? All you need to look for are key words.
And because I purposely covered all of the rest of it, I wanted you guys to focus on the word authority, the word options clearing, the word exchange, the word bank, because those paint very clear pictures.
Yeah. And there, some of y'all might be going, oh, you make it look so easy. No, you make it look so hard.
Free your mind.
Stop complicating and clouding your own judgment.
Yes. All right. This is not a recommendation. This is a recommendation. Right away, opposite.
Correct.
This is a discretionary trade. And some of you are probably going, huh? Right? This is a
well, discretionary means, hush, hush.
Right.
We're not going to put names on the paper.
Right. This is a solicited trade. Well, if you're soliciting, that means you're asking, which is really the same.
Door-to-door salesman of trades.
Yes. So
hello, would you like some ABC stock today?
Yes, please. So you'll see.
Comes with a toothbrush.
Right. So you'll see that A and B are opposite, but B and D are the same. So because B and D are the same, I can't pick one of them.
No.
And if I'm going by the opposite game, that means that A has to be the answer.
It's like what we call what?
It's kind of like a double dip, because it's like it's is two techniques in one.
Yeah. It was part of two observations.
Yes. And guys, some of us would have stopped at discretionary and went, okay.
Oh my goodness. There's some people on here that just love to just like point out all that stuff.
A customer called you and asked you to place an buy order for 200 shares of ABC stock. Which of the following is true regarding this transaction? Guys, the customer called you. You didn't recommend diddly squat because the customer called you. You didn't call the customer. They called you and said, hey, yo, buy me.
Right. They already go, I don't need your input. I just need you to buy it.
At that point, I'm just kidding.
They're like, but, and they're like, but what? Money's still good around here? Pick it.
Yes. So it's not a recommendation. It's not solicited. And we didn't need to know what discretionary meant.
Done.
Oh, dude, that was the last answer.
Dude, that was it.
That's it.
See how easy that is?
That's it.
Flew through it.
And we actually took our time tonight.
Yes, we did.
We went slow. And you guys still saw all of those key words. I like hiding the words that don't make.
I like it too. Like I said, there's people on here that just love to answer and they don't even apply the techniques. They don't understand it. They just want to be like, I got it because on content.
Yes.
Whoop-de-dee-doo. Because I'm going to tell you whoop-de-dee-doo why. Because when you're on the exam, those questions are not like Kaplan.
Yes.
They're not like Solomon. They're not like any of those. No Q bank is perfect. No Q bank knows what's on the exam. We don't even know what's on the exam, to be honest with you, because it's not a compromisable test.
No, man, they don't
in any way. But what we do know is that these questions are going to have keywords in it. They are going to try to confuse you. But we also know it's going to be that easy if you just pay attention to what those keywords are and what they're actually asking you. Exactly. So the more you practice looking for keywords, the better, because it doesn't matter what the exam questions look like at all, whether it's a paragraph, whether it's a confusing sentence with big words that you've never heard before in your entire life. It doesn't matter if you don't even speak English correctly or you even learn English. Be honest with you, we've had passers that were on here that needed a translator to tell us how they even passed, because that's how little they even understood the English language.
I just remember that every time I saw that word, you said it went with that word, literally out of people's mouths.
That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Didn't overthink it. That is it. You want to know how people pass these exams with us in 2 weeks?
Boom.
1 week, and how they fly through all the exams, like a Blandine, like a Janetta.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There has been quite a few more, actually.
Those are our most recent.
Remember Josie, 1 week of studying the 26, passed it. All techniques. Didn't even crack the book for maybe 3 pages.
Nope.
Took one practice exam and didn't even pass it, and said, you know what? I'm going to go take the real exam, just use Brandi's techniques all the way through and not even care. Passed it. Exactly. 7 days.
Exactly.
Barely studied the 26. All technique.
Yep.
There you go. That's, some people ask me, how do you do it? How do you get around? There you go. Learn the keywords, look at what it's asking you, pay attention, and practice it. Practice it, practice it, and start with answers first all the time.
Yes. And I was going to say that. And on Wednesday, when we do Discord Wednesday, we basically do the same idea backwards. So you guys will see that. And on Thursday, we're going to take a little bit of content and the techniques and show you guys how to put it all together.
It's a complete package, everybody. And
yes.
If you want more of that, join us and our members. We do this all the time. So with that, everybody, remember, live sessions are canceled tomorrow. Small groups canceled tomorrow, but we will be back for the Studying Brew tomorrow night, all ready for you guys at that evening, in this evening, same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, keep safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to practice in your own flash quiz. Practice those techniques. Go as fast as you can. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.